I think they should keep a blank space just waiting Bunkai Junior's front pitch me. Because nothing more. Me step in. And when I put me bid out there, the government can't say them and giving me contract. When me bid coming right, me and them up the road. I gotta get all the contracts that I bid for. Well, and win. And win. Right? When I put it up there. When I put it up there and get the lowest price. Or is the best candidate, I gotta get me contract. And you're gonna see multi-million-dollar contract steady. Cause me not do 15 million contracts. Me not got time for them thing now.
What should I say? I've seen him around police functions. That's basically mostly how I know who the person Imran Khan is. I think I saw him at the police party, the Christmas parties, once or twice.
No, they said police Christmas party, but they get, from my knowledge, they get several government departmental parties.
Yes, I understand.
So which party you referring to?
That I can't say because most times I attend most of the parties. I can't say which one exactly. What should I say?
But you got them 4 policemen fired.
They make themselves get fired because they talk in court that they kick up me and beat me up, sir.
You got them fired, and actually what y'all do is y'all go back into the CID. You and your brother went back into the CID on the 29th, and y'all tell them policemen if they didn't charge failure, y'all would get y'all boys sealed out to fire them. Then y'all do that.
We never went to no CID and tell no police nothing like
I'm
that,
gonna
sir.
suggest your brother did, and you as well.
I don't know if my brother do that. You have to ask him, sir.
Y'all didn't talk about that?
No.
The intermediate business and there's a job. Why they don't release other people contracts that's under the table too?
No, don't do me now, man. Me first thing is, no, but here now. Me contract in the under no table. But I prefer the limelight for me alone. Because them a little narcissistic tendencies is jumping.
No, listen to me, buddy. I said, if we are going to release Guyana Critics contract, right, to the media, why are we not releasing? Why are they not releasing?
So tell me something. You're the station, allegations of disarming behavior, the station by the man, and that. Would you, of your own volition, given the circumstances you described, would you have sent the man on bail?
I've been a policeman for 17 years, sir. I say one thing. I like lockup. I don't like lose nobody. I would not have lose any of them.
Well, so why would you not have sent him on bail on your own?
Because of the nature of the report, I would not have sent him on bail. Unless so instructed.
On the road, but
Right, all right. So we know that you met with him in 2015 then. We know that the last contact...
I never met with him in 2015.
All right, up to this point, we know the last contact you had...
Was at the end of part of 2016 when he told me to pick up my battery that he had for me.
All right, let me read what he said on page 9.
Present myself to the Minister of Housing or the President to say, I could get this. I'd say, listen to me. Sir, I want you to imagine. Each one of these house lots will be voting for you. And if I am given the opportunity to build this housing development, we will make sure it's done right. We'll make sure it's efficient, it's done on time. It so happens that that's how you get contract. But if I had, I would have get more than anybody else. Because me say, oh God, if you give me the contract, I can get money.
Or placing a person in custody, it wouldn't be conducive to put them in custody with a firearm.
You said he was placed in custody, he was arrested and placed in custody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then the firearm was lodged. Who lodged the firearm, do you know?
Imran Khan firearm was lodged by, I think, was Corporal Landry. And I caused him to give him back after I was given instruction to do so.
All right, you said, all right, let me come to the part and said instruction.
Yes, sir.
So you're there and you said...
It had Terry and Dorothy in the presence when he called me to give me my battery.
He picked up a gun and said he gonna cripple me if I don't move. So I moved and he walked on the base with me radio.
I never pick up no gun or pull no gun or pick up no radio.
This is what you did. This is what
I
you said
never
you do.
did that.
And you look like the type of guy that would do the what?
Then you judging me wrongfully. You just said he lying on me too.
One love, Delta9 family. Welcome back to the flight. Now, if you haven't already, take some time out. Press that thumbs up button and subscribe so that you'll stay updated on all these entertaining, trending topics in Guyana and the diaspora. Thanks.
And Lal is doing here is showing my winnings for my fight. You understand? So, all here, Rickford Burke doing, Glenn Lal doing. Well, Glenn Lal getting. The word Glenn Lal game. Glenn Lal, imagine I am the center of Kaicho News front page. A man who kill a man and get off. Right? A man who has benefited off of the pains of Guyanese. Build a people out of the pain and suffering. Kaicho News, the guy who get murdered. People, not only that he been and run the stories, literally run stories to the extent that he piss off the freedom fighters who were PNC backed criminals and murderers going about murdering people, and the people them going and murder 9 he press men. Kill people in Kaicho News as a result of what they're doing and what Glenn Lal was making money off of. Glenn Lal is the same man who evaded tax and bringing Lexus pon remigrant scheme. Right? The same man, now he talking about me getting, and here we ask, am I paying my taxes? You understand? Will I pay, how much taxes am I going to make off of a multi-million-dollar contract? This is the question you got asked.
Mr. Christopher, I can only say this much to my brother. If you wasn't doing something right or toward people, they wouldn't criticize you, you know. Criticism comes from progress. If you don't work progressing, you would not be criticized.
I hear you, brother. We talk.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. Right? So when I watch this, I gotta keep space. I think they should keep a blank space just waiting for Kaicho News front pitch me. Because nothing more. Me stop in. And when I put me bid out there, the government can't say them and giving me contract. When me bid coming right, me and them up the road. I gotta get all the contracts that I bid for. Well, and win. And win. Right? When I put it up there. When I put it up there and get the lowest price, or is the best candidate, I gotta get me contract. And you're gonna see multi-million-dollar contract steady. Because me not do 15 million contracts. Me not got time for them thing now. Appeal to people's want and needs. So when I come, if I had to talk to get contracts, I would get all the contracts. Because when you talk that contract, you say, oh God, I'm glad to get this contract for make so much money. No. If I had to present myself to the Minister of Housing or the President to say, I could get this contract, I'd say, listen to me. Sir, I want you to imagine each one of these house lots will be voting for you. And if I am given the opportunity to build this housing development, we will make sure it's done right. We'll make sure it's efficient, it's done on time. It so happens that that's how you get contract. But if I had, I would have get more than anybody else. Because me say, oh God, if you give me the contract, I can get money. No, me not get nothing. Me there watch. When I did the contract for them other people, the contract was $500 million for Bill of War for Providence. And they're talking about some other contractor and thing and negotiating for money. I said, how much is the profit? They said 200 million. I said, yeah, I'll take the profit. Just pay for the thing bill. Everybody was like, who would give up all the profit? Well, who does end up in the paper with multi-million-dollar contract? How you believe he's end up in the paper under 2 years with multi-million-dollar contract? Because as a result of the free job that I did in building the wharf I amass knowledge in the shortest period of time and experience. The Pui group could say yes. They built a short-base facility. And everybody knew the crane had an accident and so. Nobody can say me and been there do that. They blame me for the man that they know it's me crane. So it wasn't me build the wharf. Why I say no? It's not me that been there build them. And I mean see. And now you come here and I been no. What will me do that for? For jumping at the fastest and shortest possible time. Now everybody watch and say, who would give you $200 million? Well, a man who set his sights on billions of dollars. Because 200 million is chicken feed to what I want. This is what I want. I want them on Kaicho front page every day. And I want when the Kaicho do put me thing like this on the website, they got a song play, another one bites the dust, yet another billion. You understand? Another one bites the dust. We all thought, I can give you all the history of me construction one of these days. We all thought I do all this for? We all thought I gonna build a wire, develop all this experience, give away all the profit to get the experience. How much $100 million do you think you have to pay to get the experience, to get the opportunity to build a wharf? I appeal to the people them greed. I know they're greedy. What's my friends and we associate and I calculate? Money. I didn't say, man, I have an engineering background, I have the right engineers. I didn't lie to them. I know money. I say here, I take all the profit. Me just want to build one wharf. And they bite. I appeal to their interests, which at the time was greed, like everything else with them. People don't know those things. And I mean, partly the man I had to cut here because I'm telling he how to play this game. Life is a game, yes. It works in your relationship. When you go to your wife, oh, I love you. Why would you do this to me? I love you. How she could feel you love? Why you do it? It's you loving, it's you feelings. How she feeling you feelings? And people don't know when they cross from a woman. You gotta appeal to her personal interest. What is she to get from your love? Well, my loving you is giving you this. This is what it will look like in the long run. Oh, baby.
I want to say to you, right? And it don't make sense. Look at this. If we are going to put Guyana Critics contract out there because he's from Guyana, he exposing a couple of things, which is his job to do as a fucking Guyanese citizen. Sorry for cussing. Because you're into media business and there's a job. Why they don't release other people contracts that's under the table too?
No, don't do me now, man. Me first thing is, no, but here now, me contract in the under no table. But I prefer the limelight for me alone. Because them a little narcissistic tendencies is jumping.
No, listen to me, buddy. I said, if we are going to release Guyana Critics contract, right, to the media, why are we not releasing, why are they not releasing the other rest of people that have contracts that's under the table?
My brother, I don't know why. And I don't know of any contract. What I'm saying, I think you're phrasing it wrong. There ain't no contracts under the table. It's public information. I talked about it before. But here what I'm telling you, I ain't too interested in releasing nobody else's contract. When I done in this country, over the period from 2020 to 2025, I must be talked about so much is that in 2025, 2026, I could come and say, I built this country. Because I would be the only contractor ever heard of. So much time.
I ain't cutting you, right? I ain't cutting you, but I want to tell you something. when you start doing this type of work, right? When you start doing this type of work, this is when Guyanese people start seeing, and I'm talking about the regular people as me. This is when Guyanese people start seeing, hey, this is what's going on in Guyana. This is how things should be done. This is where a project they're up to. They get 12 months to complete it. They're doing this right now. This is how far it is. Every time things like this used to happen with Guyana infrastructure, we would just hear about it and never really see it. Now we're seeing it.
I'm the first person did videos with small roads building, how the foundation is laying down the asphalt. Yeah.
So you understand where I'm coming from, right?
Yeah, brother.
If it wasn't for somebody like you know, would choose to put it out there. Nobody had to force you. Would choose to put it out there to the Guyana people and say, hey, this is what I get a contract for. This is what this $10 gotta do. This is what I doing. Yeah, look how far that. Look when I now start with a weekly or a daily update. You ain't obligated that to us. You obligated that to who you get a contract with, right?
Yeah.
To show them your progress you're making. But you choose to put it out and say, hey, Guyanese, this is what's going on. And meeting is, and this is sometimes when you're drinking a beer or two, you would get in an argument with another man. You doing it freely, no charge. But people taking the things that you're doing and showing the right way things supposed to be done. People taking that and trying to make it into, Guyana get a next contract. But what I want to congratulate you on is that if you was not doing a good fucking job, you would never get a next contract. That is what people need to start looking at. If Guyana Critics was never doing a good job, you would have never gotten a next contract. So it means that you're doing something right and you're pushing whatever it is. I don't understand the business you're in, right? I'm just a regular building engineer working in America. It means that whatever is your contract, it means that whoever, the government or whoever gave it to you, they trusted you enough to give you a next one or an extension because they like what you're doing and what you're doing is the right way. That's all I want.
One love, Delta9 family. Welcome back to the flight. Sometimes you just gotta paint the situation, for people and let them understand that everybody gotta eat. But allegedly, some people are eating more than others. Some people are eating and not leaving anything for others to even be able to survive off of. You see what I'm saying? Some persons is yamming off everything and other people can't even put nothing on the plate, allegedly. Well, what you just hear right there is, as any person would be, defensive for theirs, defending what they would have been able to acquire. No, it is still up for everyone to observe what's going on from their perspective and have their own opinion, what is really transpiring on the ground. When it comes down to everything that's going on with these contracts, with these government contracts, allegedly, some persons is eating and other persons can't eat. But you hear, everybody's gonna defend their own, and that's some real thing. So if persons is coming in from other parts of the world and able to eat in GT, then people in GT supposed to be able to eat too. You see what I'm saying? Not just foreigners. That don't make no sense, right? But guess what? We ain't talking about straightening out. We ain't talking about lining up. We ain't talking about making sure that they understand order will be maintained. We ain't talking about 1, 2, 3, line them up slow. You see what I'm saying? Right now, we're about to get in to some strong cross-examination by none other than, if you didn't know, now you know, Mr. SLOWE. He is about to line them up one by one and make sure we get to the bottom as to what is going on right now. Let's hear directly. Let's get into the cross-examination right now. And if you haven't already, Delta9 family, if you have not already, thumbs up the content, thumbs up the content and keep it boosted in the algorithm so that everybody in Guyana and everybody in the diaspora could stay updated with everything that's going on the ground. One love.
And for how long?
I have known him a couple of years. I've known he's a very, what should I say? I've seen him around police functions. That's basically mostly how I know who the person Imran Khan is. I think I saw him at the police party, the Christmas parties, once or twice.
No, they said police Christmas party, but they get, from my knowledge, they get several, normally it's departmental parties.
Yes, I understand.
So which party you report to?
That I can't say because most times I attend most of the parties. I can't say which one exactly I saw.
But then you would have seen him at more than one party.
Yes, sir, I would have.
And who, at those parties, when you signed there, did you see other policemen, officers, those persons there?
Yes, sir, being a police party, most of the,
Oh, exactly.
yes. Most of
And did you observe interaction with him and other policemen and so on?
Well, I would see him talking, but I can't say the level of interaction. I see him talking to various persons, you know,
Senior persons?
senior, junior.
Like who, sir?
It's such a long time. I wouldn't want to point my finger and then, you know, I'd be wrong. But person in general, there's a party, people interact with each other.
And at those parties, the ones you refer to specifically, right? That was generally, specifically, you know about what? The divisional commanders, senior officers?
Maybe the commissioner and persons like that. Yes, sir.
There's one thing here. You dancing in 10 minutes. There's one thing. All right. Accept that.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's come back. You say you were class. Who called you to come from home the night to go to this place?
I think it was Sergeant Pitama called me
Pitama called you?
yes, sir.
And he told you what?
He told me that they're dealing with the report of the allegation that Mr. Gillard made. That was the first time actually I became aware of it.
Yeah.
And he told me of the Imran Khan's behavior and so on. And he asked if I can come.
You are
To
come
assist.
for what? For the allegation that
Well, to
Gillard made or the situation with CANT?
the situation, because he thought it was beyond his control and he asked for help.
Yeah.
So that's what caused me to go there and try to take control of what was happening.
Okay. And how long after he called you arrived there?
Maybe 15 minutes, 20
Oh,
minutes.
15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
And well, of course, you said, tell me something about the firearm that you said you custody lodge. This firearm is owned by the second?
Yes, sir. Imran Khan.
When you arrived there?
Who had it?
Who had the firearm when you arrived there?
When I arrived, Corporal Benjamin had the firearm. I took it from him.
So did he tell you why he had the firearm?
He told me after the Imran Khan was behaving in a disorderly manner, they attempted to arrest him, and in process they took the firearm because arresting a person or placing a person in custody, it wouldn't be conducive to put them in custody with a firearm.
They said he was placed in custody, he was arrested and placed in custody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then the firearm was lodged. Who lodged the firearm, do you know?
Imran Khan firearm was lodged by, I think, was Corporal Landry. And I caused him to give him back after I was given instruction to do so.
All right, you said, all right, let me come to the part that said instructions.
Yes, sir.
That's, again, so you're there and you said, well, the phone rang? The landline, I think you said rang?
Yes, whilst I was there, yes, the landline.
Who answered the phone?
I can't recall who was the rank at the desk, because in the night we have some
Right, that's
consultations.
right.
Yes.
So how did you know that the phone was intended, or the person wanted to speak with you?
The person there told me that that was
the person who
at the
answered
desk.
the phone?
Yes, told me that Mr. Caesar wanted to talk to me.
Told Mr. Caesar wanted
Yes, because I think more than likely I would have called him on my way to the station, because it's something, he's the person in charge of the major crime area, so I need to let him know that
All right,
what's
so
happening.
The person told you Mr. Caesar wanted to speak with you, and you then spoke with Mr. Caesar,
Yes, sir.
who was on the line.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
you got a second call
Yes, sir, on my cell phone.
on the cell phone,
Yes, sir.
and the second call was from who?
Commissioner of Police, sir, Silal Prasad.
And I think you said at the time on the 29th he was on leave.
Yes, sir. Based on my information, he was.
Oh, Mr. You can tell me this morning, well, anyhow, don't let it go there. So he called you,
Yes, sir.
and he told you what?
He asked me what is happening at the station with Imran Khan. I told him that we are looking at the allegation of Mr. Gillard. His brother was arrested. And
Whose
from
brother?
Imran Khan's brother was arrested as Nizam Khan. As a result, he came to the station after his brother was taken there, that based on what was reported to me. And when he came, he was behaving in a disorderly manner. As a result, I was called and I came. He then told me, okay, send him Imran Khan on a recognizance and put Nizam Khan and Gillard on bail.
Did he say how much bail?
No, he did not say how much bail, sir. I spoke to Mr. Caesar and he told me that I think the exact words, if the chief said do that, you gotta do that. So I told him, I said the reason I called you, I know he's on leave and Mr. Ramnarayan is acting, so I need to let somebody know. As a result, I think we decided on the amount of bail. I can't remember if he said the amount to me or I said the amount. I suggested an amount and it was agreed, and that's what the bail that we placed him on.
All right, so tell me something. You're the station, allegations of disorderly behavior, the station by the man, and that. Would you, of your own volition, given the circumstances you described, would you have sent the man on bail?
I've been a policeman for 17 years, sir. I say one thing. I like lockup. I don't like lose nobody. I would not have lose any of them.
Well, so why would you not have sent him on bail on your own?
Because of the nature of the report, I would not have sent him on bail. Unless so instructed.
And the report being what? You said the nature of the report being?
The nature of the report being the allegation, person alleging that he's plotting to, or to incite person to commit murder.
All right. But also Imran as well.
Well, as it relates to Imran, because of his behavior at the station, and like I said, I'm not in the habit of making that decision. So I would have seek advice if I find it necessary. But at that point, I didn't find it necessary to put him on bail.
Well, sorry. Tell me, you would have sought advice. So let me say you didn't get no one to advise you. So what would you have done?
They would have remained in custody, sir.
You would have remained
Yes, sir.
because of the seriousness
Yes, sir.
of this allegation.
Yes, sir.
And the only reason you sent him on bail because you were instructed.
Yes, sir.
Right, that's what I want to find out. You were instructed, and as a good, loyal police, obedient police, you followed the instructions.
Yes, sir.
Did you consider at that time the instruction to be inappropriate?
I consider that to some extent. That's why I would have informed Mr. Caesar of that
The
instruction.
reason why I'm asking that, because I think it came up here on Thursday or so on, and we must always remember that we cannot be compelled to carry out unlawful. I'm not saying this was unlawful, and I'm not saying that you're wrong in doing it, but I'm just trying to guide to say that people came before you and they were saying that they got instructions. And I have to remind them that if the instructions is illegal,
Exactly.
then they have no compulsion to this is, I'm not saying again this was illegal, but basically you said you felt it was inappropriate. But because you were given instruction, you carry out the instruction.
Exactly, sir.
All right. Very good. Now, and you said, so when you left, what time you left the station? See, I want to send the station before it's because
I understand. About sometime after 10:30 that evening. That would be sometime around 10:30 or thereafter sometime.
You left. You
Yes,
came
sir.
about what time you came?
Either just before 1900 hours or just after.
And I know, well, knowing the system, there would have been a duty officer at the same headquarters.
Yes, sir.
Who was the duty officer?
The duty officer for the day I cannot recall, but the night duty officer would commence duty at 8 o'clock.
So he would not have been coming. Night duty man would not have commenced as yet.
As yet, but I can't recall who that duty officer was.
All right. So you don't know if the transition from day to night, who would have been the person?
At the night would have been Sergeant Castillo would be holding for the night. Yeah, she came in while I was there, I think.
She came in while you were there?
Yes.
But when you arrived, the day duty man?
No, I didn't check. I didn't check. I can't recall this. Sorry.
Yeah, but the reason I'm asking is because I would expect that even before you arrived, the man who was the duty man would have tried to at least deal with the situation, while the duty man missed it too.
Well, I expected that too, but
You expected to see the duty man when you arrived?
yes, but like I said, I didn't check. I can't recall or I can't say who it was. I didn't check.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think your evidence is very clear to me so far, very clear. Perhaps the clearest I've heard so far.
Thank you, sir.
And Mr. Chan?
Yeah, will you consider it improper to take instructions from a commissioner of police on leave?
To some extent, sir, yes.
And then I left and went away. And that was sometime in the part of 2016.
All right. And where was Andre when you was having the conversation with the presence of these two persons?
Right in front of the two person.
So there was you, Andre, and who else?
Me, Andre, dispatcher, and Dorothy.
And when you said there was?
Sometime in the part of 2016.
Yeah, we just got you. You told the commission.
That is when-
No, let me finish. You told the commission that you ain't had no contact directly with Gilliard since 2014.
2014, we never reached again until in the part of 2016, sir.
You didn't tell the commission, Doc? You didn't tell the commission, Doc?
Well, I told you.
Right, all right. So we know that you met with you in 2015 then. We know that the last contact...
I never met with him in 2015.
All right, up to this point, we know the last contact you had...
Was in the part of 2016 when he told me to pick up my battery that he had for me.
All right, let me read what he said on page 9. And unfortunately, this is transcribed in such a language that sometimes it's hard to read it. So walked down the step, and I told him I'm not in that, because I know what I'm dealing with right now is either IDEN or X. So I went downstairs, and in the night I went home. I told my wife the job they give me to do, and it's a very serious thing. So she said, you know what? I don't think you should tell me about this because you can get locked up for treason. And she started telling me about Mark Bensov's situation. So I left it at that. That was the 2015 thing, and you said that you didn't have no talk with him in 2015, right?
And in part of 2014, I chased him out of my yard and he never come back there.
Yeah, but you've been over to his yard.
I never went over to his yard.
You
I went
ain't
over
never
where the
went
taxi
over to
surface is, and I was washing my vehicle at the wash bay when he told me to come and collect my battery.
Yeah, well,
That was in the part in 2016.
Yeah. Anyway, here what he said. He said at one time, how you spell your name, by the way?
NIZAM.
At one time, Nizam stopped me in the middle of the road and asked me for some battery. From day one, I should have paid him for a battery he did lend me, but it's like every other battery that I get after Come For One, I collected the first time he stopped my car. I had to put out my passengers. He come and stopped the car in the middle of the road at my workplace, like a roadblock, when he asked for the battery?
I never stopped and drift nowhere and asked you for no battery. I told you I was washing my vehicle at the wash bay, and he told me to come and collect my battery.
And then this is what he said further. He says, so he walked up the street and went to the taxi base. So I go into the taxi base. Next thing, his arm pull out a gun. He pick up 2 radio sets. He didn't pick up the battery. He picked up the handheld radio and said if he can't get the battery, he gonna take this.
I never do none of that thing that you're talking about. I never pick up no radio set nor pull out no gun. It had Terry and Dorothy in the presence when he called me to give me my battery.
He picked up a gun and said he gonna cripple me if I don't move. So I move and he walk on the base with me radio.
I never pick up no gun or pull no gun or pick up no radio.
That is what you did. That is what
I
you said
never
you do.
did that.
And you look like the type of guy that would do the what?
Then you judging me wrongfully. You just keep lying on me too.
You did that?
I never did that.
Did he went to the Grove station and make a report about you?
He went to Grove Diamond Station and make a report that I thief 2 of his radio set and threaten him.
And when did he do that?
Sometime in the part of 2016. After when he promised me to buy back my battery, he went to make a false allegation against me.
No, I want to know he did that the day of the event or the day after?
A couple days after I was informed by the police to go to the station.
Right, and it's the same thing he testified to on the oath?
I don't know what he testified on. All I know that he made an allegation and I went to the station and they tell me to come back the next day, and then when I go and tell me come back the next day, and when I go back the next day and tell me they're ready for me, they're going to make contact with me.
And that is what they tell you, did they arrest you?
No, sir.
They didn't arrest you. What did they take a statement from you?
I cannot recall if they take a statement,
Give
sir.
me, you can't remember, it's end of 2016.
I can't recall that, sir.
Now, what's your recall about this incident?
The incident,
Yeah, what's your recall?
in part of 2016, he come and start questioning me up and calling me anti-man after he made this allegation by the radio and said that I fucking his wife and that he gonna keep lying on me and framing me until he get, and I have no fucking battery to get back. And then he make a call to my brother and tell my brother that I fucking his wife.
This is what he said here in page 10 as well, which you get to respond to. People that I know telling me, Andrew, be careful with Nizam. Is either they send somebody to kill you or Nizam gonna do it.
I never give life, so I cannot take nobody's life. And I don't want to kill Andrew for nothing, because I don't have no problem with it. Only he robbing me my money, now he lying on me.
Were you the kind guy that shot somebody that allegedly robbed you?
Yes, sir.
The person
They didn't
died?
allegedly rob me, they robbed me, sir.
Did the person die?
Yes, sir.
And so will you just tell the commissioner you never killed nobody?
I tell the commissioner I don't want to kill Andrew. I
Well,
don't have a
you
problem
kill-
with
you
that.
kill
I killed
people,
a
man.
thief man that shoot me on my
Nah, we
hand,
know
pointing
when
a
he's
gun and
thief,
shooting
man.
at me.
The man didn't get tried, no court. You saying he's a thief man. You saying he's a thief man. We know that. You shot and killed somebody,
He
right?
robbed me my chain and my gold ring.
You shot and killed somebody, right?
And he shoot me in my hand and he run away and keep shooting to me.
All right. So there was a shootout then. There was a shootout?
It was a robbery and a shooting.
All right. And you brag about, you just brag about that, don't
No,
you?
sir.
Was it you
There is
that,
nothing to brag about.
was it you that got the 3 policemen fired?
3 police, 4 police, sir.
Oh yes, you just brag about that, don't you?
No, sir.
Well, tell me about the 4 policemen you got
They
fired.
arrest me for offense. They tell me and I don't know nothing about it. I tell them they're arresting me wrongfully and they start chucking me and beating me up. And
And
go
you-
in my pocket.
And you get your brother to call the
No,
vice
sir.
and get them fired, yeah?
No, sir. When we reached the station, they continued beating me in front of two police, two corporal went there.
And there was you and how much other witnesses?
Me and how much other witness?
Yeah, how much other witnesses are there?
That they beat me up?
Yeah.
The police them see they beat me up at the station
No,
and the
forget about
camera.
the police. How much other civilian or independent?
It had people around when they was beating me, sir.
And then people come forward and
I
say
don't know,
something?
sir. I can't recall.
But you got them 4 policemen fired.
They make themselves get fired
Nah,
because they
you-
talk in court that they kick up me and beat me up, sir.
You got them fired, and actually what y'all do is y'all go back into the CID. You and your brother went back into the CID on the 29th, and y'all tell them policemen if they didn't charge failure, y'all would get y'all boys sealed out to fire them. Then y'all do that.
We never went to no CID and tell no police, nothing like
I'm
that,
gonna
sir.
suggest your brother did, and you as well.
I don't know if my
exert
brother
influence.
do that. You have to ask him, sir.
Y'all didn't talk about that?
No, sir.
You talk about Foots being your friend, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, let me talk about Foots again. So this is Gillard's evidence. He says if you get caught burning a joint, the slang is $10,000 fine. They got court in the back down. So apparently you run your own court.
I don't know about that,
No,
sir.
well, let me read the thing. If you take a nut butter too much on your bread, they got to pay for the whole bottle. You can come out, the workroom, you got to buy from them. When you check, they're keeping back these people money, and at one time, the money of some of them won't pay nobody. So you're sorry. Nizam had to give Foots this gold chain and diamond ring from when Trevor Abrams got murdered, because Foots is the man for that murder. Because I did not want to accept it, because I said this man is my friend. I can't do that. And you understand that Foots came out of the bush and he dealt with it. A night of all of us, Imran was drinking on the veranda when Foots came and said he come to collect a bonus. And Nizam, he didn't want to give the man the thing, although he promised him. The man said, I want me bonus, I come for me thing. The man said, like I go call Imran now, for Imran give me what I gotta get. And he go and he bring out the gold chain and he tell me, I is a bubble.
I never had that conversation, sir. I know nothing about that. I don't deal with nobody from in the bush. I don't pay nobody from the bush. And nobody never went on over and just sitting drinking.
You see no evil, you hear no evil, and you speak
Do no evil.
Yes.
Keep out of trouble.
The parable of the 3 monkeys.
Unleash the best version of yourself with every goddess. Say goodbye to limitations and say hello to a better, stronger, healthier you.
He's got to be fired. And even if you're running a government, ministers have to be fired as well. In a democracy, it works. It's healthy. Get rid of those who don't work, those who are lazy, let them go. Those who sit down and swell up their mouth, pack up their mouth, them and this, them. Go long, man. And this is across the board. I don't care who they are whether they're pro Aubrey, pro whoever. It doesn't matter. If you don't walk, go long.